True. What are you afraid of, Mr. Fitzgerald? You can go back to wherever you came from. Well, Fitzgerald, I don't know if that's Irish. Go back to Ireland. What is wrong with you, Mr. Patrick? Who are you afraid of? You know who Michael Collins was? Michael Collins was a good person. He's the one, they started the IRA. IRA was started for a good reason. Patrick Fitzgerald, a sellout. I thought you were good, but you were worthless. Here's another one from Mark Brown. Mr. Brown, you know what we wrote you. There's no date. All you guys know. Miller, Shackman, Hamilton. Thank you for your recent letter, updated but postmarked August 24th, 2005, relating to the hired truck program. Your information may be useful to the U.S. Attorney in connection with his continued criminal investigation. I suggest you call FBI Special Agent John Hauser. As I know you understand, I am not able to assume responsibility for representing you. But I appreciate you sharing the information you have sent me, and hope that you will keep me informed of any developments. Yeah, right. Mr. Shackman, you know, and I know, and Mayor Daley knows, that you didn't write up the Shackman. You know who wrote it up, but you don't even put that. It's wrong. But the FBI, they don't do anything. They do something when they're told to. And here's another one. November 6, 2006. Jay Leno sent a letter to him. But all these people, these are all rich people that are run by big, giant companies, big corporations. So I can write all the letters in the world, and nothing's ever going to be heard. Not in this world, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on doing what I have to do. Oh, here's another one. I forgot. My last one. March 14, 2008. This is the U.S. Department of Justice, Civil Rights Division. This is in reply to your correspondence to the Attorney General. We apologize for the delay of this response. We have carefully considered the information you have furnished. The circumstances you described do not indicate a violation of a federal civil rights statute. Therefore, we have no authority to take any action on this matter. Since you believe your rights have been violated, you may wish to retain a private attorney. However, if you lack the necessary funds, you may wish to contact the nearest legal aid or public defender's office to determine what remedies, if any, are available to you. Morris Dees, we tried to contact him, but he's too afraid. Morris Dees, you're a chicken shit. I don't know what for. Barry Scheck, contact Barry Scheck, all these fancy schmancy lawyers. Non-Americans. Go back where you came from. There's a lot of things going on in that jail. 40% of the people in jail do not deserve to be in there. And most of the people are minorities, which no knowledge and no money for lawyers. But we'll make another tape on that. There's so much bad stuff going in the jail. It's horrifying. It's all psychological. They know what they're doing. The lawyers, the judges, lawyers, and the state attorneys, I know what jail is for. Jail is not to help anybody out. It is just there to make money, because you have all those thousands of sheriffs there. Those are all patronage. Those are armies. When it's time to go vote and everything, those are armies. That's a smart move, but it's un-American. But you guys are a gang, and all the gangs inside Cook County Jail. I met tons of gangs. You got tons. You got the GDs. You got a lot. Too many gangs, and they treated me good. They were nice people. They all got along together. Sometimes they make it horrible, because that's the way they want to do it to you. You're always hungry. I lost 20 pounds when I was in there. And I'm going to show you how I lived over there. This is a little bottle. I brought water, specimen from over there. I worked in the kitchen for 4 days. That's horrible there too. So I snuck some dishwashing liquid, and I mixed some soap in there, because this is the soap they give you. It's good for 1 day. So once you run out of that, you have no soap. I went 10 days without taking a shower one time. I went 30 days without changing my clothes. same clothes, and then you go. You're like a homeless person in there. You got a 4-inch mat made out of foam, probably like just enough to cover to as wide as you, a little wider, and then you roll it up because you're inside to sell 8 hours and eight hours outside because you're overcrowded. The place is good for 48 inmates, but they have 72 people in there, so you're overcrowded. A lot of people are sleeping on the floor, which I think is illegal, but that's how this country works. Everything's illegal. It's horrible. It's freezing in that jail. I mean, freezing. Extremely cold. This is our little juice they would give. Little juice. Your milk bottle. Milk jug. I didn't know at first. They gave me one, but I threw it away. They said, where's your jug for the... they give you a little powdered Kool-Aid. So if you don't have anything, so I got this. And then I put my Kool-Aid in there and mix it up with water and eat that. There was days where I was so hungry. This is the sugar. I was eating sugar. That's how hungry I was. If you don't have commissary, I didn't have commissary. They feed you just a little so you could be hungry, so you could have commissary. Commissary is another way that jails make millions of dollars. We'll go into that more. Millions of dollars. That is from Keefe. Keefe, I don't know, whoever owns Keefe. We'll find out who owns Keefe. Here's my toothpaste, and here's the big old giant toothbrush where you brush your teeth with this little thing. Little toothbrush. I used to find paper. Oh, here's the Kool-Aid. Here's the Kool-Aid right here. Kool-Aid. And then here's cookies. At breakfast, they would wake us up at 3:45 to have breakfast. We would call it slop. It was so psychological. They gave you just enough, a little bit food. So as soon as the food came, the slop, you would hear all the inmates, everybody say, cookie for milk, milk for cookie, bartering for food. Because a lot of people didn't like what they were eating, so they would barter for something else somebody else had. Some other stories. When I worked in the kitchen, this is slave labor. Why? Because Aramark has the contract there, and they have us as slaves making all the food for all the inmates. There's 2-3 workers there. How many millions of dollars are you guys making at Aramark? And are you training your workers when we're in the line? Don't talk. We're not in no third world country. We can't talk. And then these workers serve so many inmates, control all the food. So there's always food fights in the bottom. We're always fighting for food because they control all the food. There's certain people. I call one of them is Nichols. You guys know who Nichols is. He controls all his little gang of thugs. And I call you guys too, Aramark, are thugs because you knew what was happening. I even told you to your face, this is wrong. I said, they're controlling all the food, and you just were ignoring me, girls, young ladies downstairs in the kitchen, Aramark employees, young and older women, all that millions of people. If you guys were my employees, I would have got rid of you guys a long time ago. I don't give a shit who you guys work for. And Aramark, we're going to investigate because you guys are making that easy money. You have slave labor. I have a business out here. I can't have slave labor. I get in trouble. But you guys can't get in trouble because you guys work for the gang, the main gang, Crook County. They would keep all the food. They would eat all the food, and then they give us the leftovers, which sometimes was just plain old oatmeal. I mean, we're hungry. I mean, we're starving. Coffee. I don't drink coffee or milk. I mean, you can only drink. Your bowel movements are so screwed up in jail. I mean, extremely. It's so screwed up. There's lights on 24/7. Bright lights in a big giant room. They never shut the lights off. There's people talking all day, playing cards, watching movies, 24/7. You can never sleep right. They know it. And then all these they call themselves COs. They love it because they all think we're all criminals. But there are some COs that are perfect. CO Vazel, you are a perfect guy, a perfect gentleman. CO Parker, perfect gentleman. Mr. Rodriguez with the glasses, good person. And I think it was a Schmidt. another good person. And Bacon, you're okay, Bacon, but you got to stop ringing those stupid ass keys and waking up everybody with those damn keys. You're a nice guy, Mr. Bacon. The rest of you CEOs are rotten people, rotten. Mr. Fuller, I think it was, no, Mr. Fuller, you're a racist person, because when we got moved from one section and we went to yours, they said, oh, more Latinos. Mr. Fuller, you're a racist person, I'm sorry, but that's wrong. And then when you guys hold extra lunches, you'll give it all to your brothers. I mean the darker skinned people. And I would just watch everything. I watch everything. When I'm in jail, I watch and take my notes. I got tons of notes of all the bad things that went around. And